Hi everyone, it's Kathleen. I thought I would take you along to do what do I want to call this? A fabric and paper scrappy page that I will be attaching to my slit slot hinge system for the scrappy journals I'm making. I think I have 8 of these I'm making. This one is reserved for Judy. This is the journal wrap. So I need some fabric and paper scrappy pages to put inside. This is the journal wrap when it's finished. So Judy's cover, sorry, the wrap, not the cover. That's the journal wrap. This is not finished. This is just layered with glue, and I have to do hand stitching on this. So this is going to be, and it might pop off because it's only held on by a glue stick. That's going to be the journal cover. This is a scrappy journal. 8 different scrappy journals covers, and that's all I'm making before I get on to my Edith Holden journal covers. So anyone interested, I need to know, otherwise they're all going to be going in my Etsy shop. This is, I think this was my precedent, so this is the one I was keeping for myself, just the journal cover. Then I have these available that I will be embroidering on. So that's the second one, because the first one is Judy's. Second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I'm making 8 scrappy journals with journal wraps based on their color. So that's for Judy. So I'm working on, I can put this away, this is Judy's. And this is what I made quite a while ago, and I am absolutely in love with this. But it's not the right shape for the journal. The journal will be a slit slot, and I haven't even cut these yet. Okay, these are my slits and my slots that I'm going to use for Judy's journal. And Judy, I'm using this for you. So I'm using I'm mixing it up. I'm using what I have to use all of my supplies up. And I'm not, sometimes I'm coffee staining it, sometimes I'm not. So this is my slit for the slit slot binding system. So I have 2 slits, 1 and 1. Then I have a whole bunch of what I call slots, these things here. So these things here are our individual pages. So I'm going to be creating something like this, but so it fits on one side of the page. I have OCD, so I always start with my right side of the page. So I'm going to create something that's going to go on that side of the page, and in my journal it's just going to be a scrappy lace and handmade paper page. So let's start making one. I'm going to move this to the side and show you what I start with. Okay, let's start with our base here. So this is going to be my page, and this, I bought a wedding dress years ago. No, not years ago. This was just before COVID, so it was years ago. Everything's BC, before COVID. And this was the part of the crinoline of that wedding dress. I was lucky enough to get the whole wedding dress for $25 at an antique store. So this is going to be my base for my scrappy page. It's netting, so I like it just a little bit shorter. So let's go like that. And am I in camera? Sometimes they tear, and I would prefer it torn rather than cut. So I just tore off one piece. I know with this piece here, I'm going to be cutting it. And I know there's going to be 3 of them. So I'm going to be cutting 3. So do I have any pins here? Oh, yes, I do. So let's just lay this down. And I do everything in assembly line. I'm used to kitting for classes of 12, so when I make something, I'd hate to show you. My room looks like a bomb went off on it. I usually sit in bed and do my stuff because I have very bad back issues. And I'm good today, better. Still in pain, but better. So I'm in my craft room and I'm creating and I'm doing a video showing you how I do this. That's why I have very few tutorials, because it's hard to shoot from my bed. 1, 2, and 3. So how wide are these? Let's see here. Let's get, oh, this is really dirty. Is this cleaner? Yeah, this is a little cleaner. Let's get this mat out and let's put it on the mat so I can just measure very easily. Oh, sideways. Let's see here, like this. Okay, are we at the 0 mark? I have to stand up, I can't see. Okay. There we are. Okay, 0. This hinge, and I arbitrarily made lots of them because when I told you, when I make stuff, I make lots. So the hinges, these are my hinges that are pre-dyed, coffee dyed for these journals. And oh my God, I have so much junk, I just have to put it together. So this piece of fabric that I tore is 2.5 inches wide by 10 inches tall. I like making traveler's notebook size or length journals. I like them tall and narrow. That's just my personal preference. So all of these are cut, and my slits are about 2.5 inches. Yes, about 2.5 inches. Okay, so let's go with the base. The base will, okay, which side is the straighter side? It's very hard to tell. That one's a little bit wonkier. So the wonky side goes out and the straighter side goes in like this, like that. Eventually it will be sewn. Depending on how my back is, it could be machine stitched, or if my back is really sore, it's going to be hand stitched. So today I'm just making a whole bunch of these paper combination pages. So let's put this aside. And I tidy as I go because God only knows what my I should just give you a panoramic view of my messy room. I'm going to put this over here. Okay, 3 bases. So 1, 2. Can I do this? Okay, this is what I'm using. I'll just, whoopsie, put it on my lap, and we're going to continue. 1, 2, and 3. If this is too wide, I'm just going to cut it off. So what am I going to do? So I have my base. I know I want to have this little embellishment on the edge, and this is from fabric that I bought by the meter at Fabricland here in Canada years ago. So I've had this for a while. I like that it has hand sewn stuff. So where are my scissors? Okay, so here, how am I going to do this? Let's put another one of these on top and hope to God it doesn't move. Okay, let's put this on top, and I'm going to cut. I'm having 3 pages. So this thing here is going to be cut into 3s. So actually I'm going to start it to see if I can go into it. And I know that's okay. And because I'm envisioning that as a piece. And that as a piece. So let's just, oh, that's thin. Okay, so let's just tear it. Oh, good. It tore, I'm going to cut through this beautiful stitched piece. Sometimes it tears easy. Other times it doesn't. Okay, so where am I? Here. So this will be one piece. So you're cutting through I was going to say medallion, but it's not. It's an embroidered piece. And I'm getting 3 out of these because I'm frugal. Let's give those bubbles to that flower. Uh-oh. Okay, so I have 3 pieces here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I want this to be the outside. So let's tear close to the edge. Oh my, okay. This, I might use it as a ruffle for something. So this piece here, I am going to save. That's one of them. So and this one's, I'm going to leave that one for now. And I'm going to just tear off. Oh. Okay, I want it a little closer. Okay, and I'm going to save this for maybe a little ruched piece on something else. So I have 3 pieces. Oh, good. That stayed there. I'll save this piece. Okay, so let's start with one of them. There's a right side and a wrong side to this. Those fibers are laid on top. So this is the right side. So if this is at the 0, I like my pages only about 4 inches wide. So I'm going to lay it on the... Oh, that doesn't give me too much. Well, whatever. We can have this as a sticking out piece because it's sheer. So let's put that guy on the edge. And that guy on the edge. And you see I'm placing it in the center. Oh, shoot, Amaru. Okay, I like that side. So I'm going to put this one over here. I'll stretch the edges because it kind of... Are we all in frame? Okay, my pins. I'm just going to use 1 pin. Ouchie. And I'm going to just pin it in the center. That way I can layer it over or under things on the edges. So I'm just pinning. So I'm showing you how I layer these fabric pieces. So I've done that one. So when I look at this piece, let's have a look and see what I have. My fabric pieces are usually put next to a paper piece. I do not have any more of this paper. This paper is phenomenal because can you see it almost has circles. I love polka dots and circles, and it's like an empty piece. The only pieces of paper I have, now I'm going to bring back this piece. These were purchased a long time ago, 10 years ago maybe, as approximately 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. And they're handmade paper with fibers in them. So I'm going to take this handmade paper. It feels like, it's thin. And when you crunch this, it's thin because it is like tissue paper. And so when you crumple it like this, you are breaking or loosening the fibers of the paper, and it feels like fabric. So you are manipulating this paper to behave like fabric. Okay, so I have pieces. Now oh, that feels so nice and soft. Let's put this away. Okay, so you see how these pieces are torn irregularly? This one here is wider going narrower. So let's do that with this. And I'm going to go with this narrow side. So let's go, and I'm just tearing it. I'm kind of tearing it like an angle piece. And you don't want it too thick. I might have to tear some of that off. And let's just tear that, a strip. Actually, this one I'm gonna definitely tear off. I'm not gonna use this end piece, so that's gonna go straight in the recycle. That, and this will go in the recycle. And it's a straight edge. I don't want straight edges. I like torn edges, so that's the way it's gonna be. Okay, there. So I've got 4 pieces. This one's really wide. I'm gonna save this for later, put it to the side. So I have, oh sugar. Well, okay, you wanna be a beep? Be a beep. Where's my stapler? If I don't do it now, you would not believe what my desk will look like. There we go. Just remove the staple when you're done. Okay, so I've got 3 pieces of paper, and they will go underneath here, and they will be stitched. Let's go with this nice angled piece. I want to start with this nice angled piece. So I have, you see how I'm keeping this base as my base, and I'm centering it still. Okay, I'm just going to lay that there, this one here, and okay, I see this and I don't like it because it's a straight edge, so I just tore it off. And placing my second one down like that, and again my aversion to straight pieces. Let's put this other straight piece down, not straight piece, this paper piece. Wow. Okay, let's move this over. Okay, let's take this pin out because he's not behaving like he should be. He needs to be tucked over more. You see how I have about half the leaf, and a portion of that I still see the clear, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just telling you how I do it. And okay, so that's good. And I pin the paper. I think that's a good idea. I'm just going to move this over, move the pin over, and catch part of the paper. So that looks really good. Okay, so we have 3. So what did I use? I used this 1, 2, another piece of lace. So that looks like the wedding lace. So this is that wedding dress that I got for $25. And what am I gonna do? Okay, this will eventually be some kind of a bottom of a book. This is very, very nice. I don't know if you can see this. This I'm not going to use at the moment. Right now. Okay, so I like this little, I'm going to use these 3 motifs. Why? Just because I can. And I'm not sure if this will rip. We'll see. Okay, but it's going to be ripping in the wrong way. Let's go down there. Oops, see, look at that. It may not rip exactly where you want it to. So, oh, my hands can tell it where to rip. The older the fabric, the easier it rips. Okay, so this beautiful piece will be used in another section. Okay, if I was elastic, where would I be? I would be here. Not shock. Okay, so where am I? Okay, I want these 3. So let's just, oh, come on. There we are. Sometimes people have a hard time visualizing where to cut or tear these wedding dresses or your lace doilies. So that's the reasoning for this video. I'm showing you how I can piece this together. Okay, so this beautiful piece will be used at a later date. Oh, brother, let's stick this baby in here. Okay, and that's just how I store mine. And, okay, I need 3 of these. So this is a little bit, whoa. Oh, that hurt my, it's sure not a funny bone. Okay, let's just get some of that out. I'm going to save this. You never know whether I might just make a little flower piece or something, but we can always fold these and put them in our stitching. Okay, so let's start there and there. Whoa, it's going really close, and I want to get away from that. There we are. So that's one piece. Oh, that's getting really close. Let's tear there. So I have 3 of these pieces. So let's go back and see that. Okay, so I have 3 pieces. So what do I want to do with them? I'm just going to place this here for now. It may or may not stay. Okay, I love that. Okay, the way that the flowers attach and flow off, this is perfect. Sometimes you just lay it down and you know it has to be there, because these flowers, it's 5, so it starts in the center. That's the OCD and that point. OCD, OCD. Okay, let's try this one. If I did it that way, let me position. How come that one fits so beautifully? So it goes like that. Oh, but it's a different curve. So I'm still using these flowers. Point. I can go down more. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, you see how that's touching? It's all touching, so it flows. There's a reasoning behind this. Okay, so I'm just placing that there. Ooh la la. That is nice. Okay, I might have to turn that. 1, 2, and where's my 3rd one? Okay, I know I was working with like this. Okay, this is too much of fabric. Okay. And again, I'm going to save this because we might just kind of make a little ruched flower or something with it. And what's this? My 5-pointed flower. And down. Perfect. Oops. Bring this down just a hair. You see where my pieces are? They have to, and they're flowing off of here. So this is how my eye sees it. Just my way, ladies. Not the correct way or the only way. That's just my way. Okay, we have this piece here. So this cotton fabric is this. So I need kind of an oval or a teardrop shape. And okay, so let's see what this is. So if you're watching, Lisa, this is the stuff I could use. It's fantastic. Okay. So this must have been a tablecloth at one time, or a lunch napkin, because it's square, maybe a 36-inch square. So where did I start ripping? Not there. Okay, I ripped in the middle. So that one here has a centerpiece. Oh, so one of these. So let's see. Oh, look at that. I've got a flower piece. I've got this piece here. Is that what I used? Nope. But so there's different leaf pieces. So there's that one. Okay, I am I'm going to start tearing that off. This will be used for something else. So let's just, when it's old, look at how nice it tears. Looks like I went around a corner. Oh, shoot-a-moo, did I spill something? I did. Okay, I'll have to look at that later. So I need, where are you? Okay, I'm just gonna, oh, look at that. So this will be used at a later date. These pieces. And what do I have here? Okay, I still have some ends, so I won't even look at the end piece. I will look at the part I trimmed. Okay, so what do I want? I want, okay, I'm gonna cut this flower. I don't want this flower right now. Cut the stem really close to the petal. Oh, I wonder, because I don't have much room here. Maybe I'm just going to take these little bits. Let's do that. So let's just tear. I'm going to cut that off there. No rhyme or reason, just because. And let's just tear this off. So I've got two pieces here. One's bigger, one's smaller. That's more round. Okay, this is a nice long one. So let's tear this in the center. Cut off this, let's tear this. It might tear as well, but I'm going to cut it just to make sure that it doesn't really wreck for me. Okay, so I know I only need 3 pieces, so I'm just going to go there so I can put this fabric away. And of course, I just have to wait till I finish folding this because that's just the way I am. Okay, that's nice. Oh, got my paper cut out. Okay, so I've got 1. If I cut it in half, it'll be like that. I'm going to follow the pattern, and I'm going to cut they each get one little piton. And okay, let's see, let's line these babies up. So I'm looking for an oval type piece. So let's go like, okay, this is a small one. Okay, looks like I got lots of space, and a little bit space. So let's just move this over. Pretend we're placing it here, and what are we going to do? This is the right side, so, oh my, how perfect is that? Okay, that's going to go there. So where is this piece? I want to move it so it goes underneath. Okay, we have to, this piece has to flow out from the flower, because you know my OCD says it sure does. Okay, so that's going to stay there. I need a pin. Look how it flows out. So, okay, this is, oh, I don't want to sew it to there just yet. Come on. Well, let's move him a little bit closer. So I pin that and I pin this other one. Ouch. Okay, and this goes over top. That's why I pin it, because sometimes you go over, sometimes you go under. Okay, this looks really nice. I love this a lot. Okay, so this is, I like this piece, and I'm going to actually sew this little bit on, and that's why I'm scooching it down. Okay, so this has to be torn off. And you see how I'm not cutting it right at there. I'm just right at the edge of the other piece. I'm extending it. Can I? Well, let's just, and I'm again, I'm going to save that. And I want to see the little bit of that. Oh, that's not working. Well, we'll leave that and cut it. That's garbage. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Oh, I love that. So this will be attached. Oh, I love that. Okay, so here and there and there. Okay, that will be really short. We can add something else on there. Do I want to leave that on? Good question. Let's just see where this goes. No, let's see how that piece looks. Okay, I like this. Let's add a little bit of the paper bits. So what on earth did I do with my paper bits? Well, of course, I stapled it on. Here we go. I just tore it off. Okay, so but that, okay, is that all the stuff I brought out here? Okay, it's not what I want. I don't want to repeat it, I don't think. So what else do I have? I have this, I have this. This is a little bit too wide, so you just kind of hold it down and tear it. That's good. I want something underneath here. As she's looking around, do we have anything here? I don't know. Let me think on this while I... Okay, this one is good to go, except for the top bit, I think, or unless I really want to see it. Where's some of that thin netting that I tore off? Okay, I tore off some of this from this little first medallion. So let's see. And I'm just adding strength. Okay, that's good. See, there's a little jet out. So let's just make him straight. So these two are meeting. That pivotal point. I always talk about pivotal points. That. So these two are attached. And then this thing will just be laid on top. So if I were to get out my pins, this is attached. This is attached, and again, we're getting it for strength. And then this last one. Wow. Okay, I love this. This is gorgeous. So, wow. Okay, when it's bound in the book, it's going to be really close to the edge. So do I want to add something? Maybe I do. So, but let's first continue. So this one is done until we add some. I might be adding craft paper to that. So let's put this down here. And, whoops. No, that's... You know what? That was the outside. I think I moved this around, didn't I? Oh, well, I like the way this sits, so I'm not going to change it. I think I turned it upside down. That's okay. I like the way, oh, look at all my pins are coming out because I only did it once. Okay. So that's going to sit there. That one is done. Well, not totally done. Let's put this one here. Okay, where's our, this one I'm not going to be using. So let's get, oh my goodness. They stick to one another. Okay, this is a real long piece. Long and short. Let's, okay, that looks good. Let's work with this one because I like the way that that sits. Let's place, let's open it up. Okay, I already forgot what I did. Okay, I like the way that looks. I can either have it like that. Okay, I am going to leave it like this. I try not to dwell too much. I throw it on and I look. The more I sit and look at it, the more indecisive I am about it. So okay, this is touching here. I want that edge to be a point where it's attached, and that's how I think of things. Okay, that's good for now. Let's try the third one. Lay it down. So as you can see, I never just create one piece. I create a whole bunch of pieces. Okay, this is a good long one. Okay, You see, I'm looking for that, and I'm looking for something on the flower as well. Okay, I like the way that sits. Oh, really? You want to play that too? Oh, really? You want to be that way, are you? Okay. Come on. There we are. And, okay, I hate these tiny, tiny, tiny balls. I like the bigger balls on the pins so my hands can grab them. So, okay, you see how that just flows into there? That's what my eye is seeing. Okay, that's good. So I finished all these three. Now, if I were to insert this in my book, I want to try that. Okay, where did I? Oh, okay, wake up. Wake up. Okay, this is some of my box of scraps. So 1, 2. I can cut that in half, I think. So I've got 3 pieces here. Let's put this aside. And 1, 2. This is craft paper. That is, I'm manipulating it to behave like fabric. I'm breaking the fibers, but I'm not tearing the pages. I'm just breaking the fibers. And the warmth of my hand is making it like fabric. You can still hear the crunchiness because it is paper. Okay, how long is this? This is a really nice piece. I'm going to divide this in half. This could be just a paper bag, wrapping paper, whatever. So let's fold it up again. And let's see this piece. So this piece, and I look at the top, so it's going to be half on and half off. And that's 1/2 inch. So I like my 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. So, okay, that looks really good. I like that a lot. So, I'm going to get a piece of paper. And I'm just going to glue half of this. I use Oohoo glue stick. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I buy this in Canada at Staples, and I buy it by the box of, I don't know, 10, 12. And I absolutely like that glue. So I'm just gluing half of the craft on. So I'm actually going to be using this piece. This piece is going to be used, and it's going to be stitched on. I'm not sure if it's going to be hand stitched or machine stitched on. I'm not sure yet. So let's try this first one. And I'm layering, this is extra. So this is my piece that I want to lay on. So I'm going to lay it on half, like a 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. And you see how I still have the equal amount. So I absolutely love this. So this is perfect. So now and if you make a mistake with this glue, yes, you can take it off. It's kind of like tacking it down to allow me to stitch. So I'm just putting the glue on about 1/2 inch on the edge of the craft paper. And I'm looking, so it's about 1/2 inch. And you can see this width of this square is 1/2 inch. That's why I work on a gridded mat. And I have to make sure that this is on. Okay. Let's try 2 pins. And yes, I'm going pinning paper. Okay, and oh, come on. Okay, maybe I will just pin this. I want to make sure that that's right at the end, so maybe I will do this. I do want one more pin in the center because this fabric is not sticking to anything. So let's just... And yes, my pins are on there and it will be attached. So that'll be a nice side when it's sewn as well. Okay, this one is gorgeous. This one is ready to be stitched. And when I say stitched, I'm just going to be doing probably because of my back, I'm going to sit in bed and I'm just going to do a running stitch. Along the 1/4 inch away from this edge. So it would be easier for me to go here, and that's 1/4 inch. So do a straight line there. I'm going to do a straight line along the craft. Then I'm going to do a straight line along this edge, all the way around the outside edge of that paper. And then I will fill in on the curve, and then I might fill in just around here with just a straight in and out, a running stitch, in and out, in and out. So this is the first page. that one is done. Let's go grab another. Whoa. Another. I need two more of those. And let's place those down. I like this. Maybe I will use that on the other side because it'll be plainer. That paper will be plainer. Okay, so I needed this again. Let's see if it's the right size, I mean. It's longer and going up, so that's what I'm going to do. And I want to put glue on the back of that side. Okay, let's center this. Leave a half inch and half inch on. And let's just put glue along, whoopsie. Whoa, that's a lot of glue. Along this edge. And